The Galactic Academy's corridors hummed with the usual cacophony of 1,000 different species going about their day. Isabella Chen walked beside Leo Martinez, her datapad clutched against her chest as they discussed their upcoming xenobiology exam. The two human cadets had become something of a curiosity among their alien classmates, not for their academic prowess, though Isabella consistently topped her class, but for their species' peculiar reputation. Humans were newcomers to the Galactic Council, barely a century into their membership, yet stories about them had already spread like wildfire through the Academy's gossip networks. Tales of Deathworlders who evolved on a planet so hostile that merely surviving childhood made them inadvertent warriors. Most aliens dismissed these stories as exaggerations. The Krallians certainly did. 5 of them lounged near the corridor junction, their crystalline exoskeletons gleaming under the artificial lights. Krallians were known throughout the galaxy as bullies. Their species had never evolved past might-makes-right social structures, and the Academy's attempts at civilizing them had met with limited success. "Keep walking," Leo murmured to Isabella as they approached. His dark eyes had already assessed the situation with the unconscious efficiency of someone raised in Earth's rougher neighborhoods. The largest Krallian, icily 3 meters tall and massing twice what Leo did, stepped directly into their path. His name was Vraktha, and he'd been expelled from 2 previous academies for violence. Well, Vraktha's translator rendered his clicking speech into standard galactic. "The little death, I've been wanting to test these rumors about human fragility." Isabella's grip tightened on her bag. Inside were 3 months of research notes for her thesis on extremophile bacteria work that could revolutionize medicine. "Across a dozen species, we don't want trouble," she said calmly. "But trouble found you anyway," another Krallian hissed, reaching for Isabella's bag. What happened next would be analyzed by the Academy's security AI for weeks afterward, broken down into millisecond increments that still seemed too fast to be real. Leo's hand shot out, gripping the Krallian's crystalline wrist. The alien's expression shifted from arrogance to confusion to sudden, sharp pain as Leo applied pressure to a joint that, according to every Krallian medical text, should have been unbreakable. The crack echoed through the corridor like a gunshot. The fallen Krallian's scream hadn't even fully formed when Leo moved. 1 second. The second Krallian lunged forward. Leo sidestepped, using the alien's momentum against him, and drove his elbow into a weak point where the exoskeleton's plates met. The Krallian crumpled 3 seconds. Vraktha roared and swung a massive fist. Leo ducked under it, his combat training from Earth's Brazilian jiu-jitsu dojos making him seem to flow like water. He struck 3 precise points along Vraktha's thorax nerve, clusters that the human had memorized from his xenobiology studies. 5 seconds. The remaining 2 Krallians attacked in tandem. Leo caught one's arm, twisted, and used the leverage to throw the alien into his companion. The sound of crystalline bodies colliding was like wind chimes in a hurricane. 7 seconds. Vraktha, still standing but clearly disoriented, made one last desperate grab for Leo. The human cadet stepped inside his reach, struck his solar plexus equivalent, then swept the Krallian's legs. 300 kilograms of alien warrior crashed to the floor. 10 seconds. 5 Krallians lay groaning or unconscious. Leo stood over them, breathing only slightly harder than normal, his fists unclenched. Isabella's bag remained exactly where she'd been holding it, untouched. The corridor had gone silent. Dozens of alien cadets stared in shock. "You, a Vexian medical student," whispered, her tentacles quivering. "You didn't even use weapons." "Didn't need to," Leo replied, straightening his uniform. He turned to Isabella. "You okay?" She nodded, still processing what she'd witnessed. Isabella knew Leo had a background in martial arts. He'd mentioned training since childhood, but she'd never seen him actually fight. The efficiency of it, the calculated precision, was terrifying and impressive in equal measure. Security drones arrived within 30 seconds, their sensors having detected the disturbance. The lead drones analyzed the scene, reviewing footage that showed exactly what had transpired. "Cadet Martinez," the drone intoned, "you will accompany us to the Commandant's office." "Understood," Leo said calmly. An hour later, Isabella sat outside the Commandant's office, her research bag still clutched protectively. When the door finally opened, she expected to see Leo in restraints, facing expulsion or worse. Instead, Commandant Zh, a dignified Etherian whose species prized wisdom above all else, actually looked amused. "Cadet Chen," The commandant's melodious voice addressed her. Your companion has been cleared of all charges. Self-defense and defense of another are recognized rights under Academy law. The Krallians are recovering in medical bay and will face disciplinary action. Leo emerged, looking relieved. Thank you, Commandant. Zhrelksa's crystalline eyes studied both humans with renewed interest. I've reviewed Earth's file extensively this past hour. Your species' evolutionary history is remarkable. Your persistence hunters, endurance specialists, and apparently trained from youth in formalized combat systems. Most species never develop such skills. They never needed to. We had to, Leo said quietly. Earth wasn't kind to us. Indeed, the Commandant's expression grew thoughtful. The Council often forgets that not all civilizations arise from gentle worlds. Your people earned their survival. Cadet Martinez, today's incident will serve as a valuable reminder to our students that strength comes in many forms. As they walked back to their quarters, Isabella finally spoke. 10 seconds. You put 5 Krallians in intensive care in 10 seconds. Leo shrugged. Could have been 8 if I'd wanted to show off. She laughed despite herself. Remind me never to touch your bag. Smart policy, he grinned. Though I'd probably be less gentle if someone went after mine. All my snack stash is in there. Isabella rolled her eyes, but she was smiling. Around them, the corridors seemed different now, and students giving them respectful space. Some even nodding in acknowledgement. Word had already spread throughout the academy. Humanity had arrived, and the galaxy was still learning what that truly meant.